Good morning, students. Welcome to class 7. I am Ms. Varsha Gaikwad. I will teach you science for the academic year 2020-21. In the previous year, we have studied about some basic knowledge about our environment, different types of motion, about light, natural resources, heat, etc. This is your science textbook. Here are chapters which are included in your syllabus. In this year, we will see the living world, plants, properties of natural resources, food safety, physical quantities, motion, force and work, static electricity, heat, disaster management, structure and microorganisms, muscular system and digestive system, in human beings, changes physical and chemical elements, compound and mixture, material we use, natural resources, effects of light, sound, properties of magnetic field, and about space. Let us start with our first chapter, living world, adaptation and classification. Let's recall. Before that, I want to explain you adaptation is a new word for you all, but classification means classify particular things in their respective groups. Let's recall in what different ways is the diversity in living things seen. A great variety of plants is found on the earth. Some plants have a colorful flowers, some plants have grow in water, whereas some are to be found in deserts which have scarcity of water. It means on our earth there are lot of types of plants. It means lot of variety of plants is found. Some plants have colorful flowers. Some plants grow in water, whereas some are found to be in deserts which have a scarcity. Scarcity means lack of water. Some plants are found only in snowy region. Some plants cannot be seen without a microscope, whereas some are huge in size. Without a microscope, some plants they are too small. That's why they cannot be seen without a microscope, whereas some are huge in size. Like plants, animals too show diversity. As like plants, animals also shows the diversity differences. Some are unicellular. Some are unicellular means it contains only one cell. Others multicellular. Some are vertebrates. Vertebrates means animals which have backbone, whereas some are invertebrates. Invertebrates means animals which don't have backbone. Vertebrates, for example, birds. Invertebrates, earthworm. This world is full of variety of animals, aquatic, terrestrial, amphibian, reptilian, aerial, etc. Aquatic means the animals which are living in water. Terrestrial means which are living on land. Amphibian means which are living in water also and living on land also. Reptilian we know reptiles. Aerial, for example, bird is a aerial, etc. This observation give rise to the question, how did this great diversity come into being? Can you tell, are the plants and animals from Kashmir and Rajasthan of the same type? Plants and animals from the Kashmir and Rajasthan are of the same type? No. Can you elaborate on any difference between the two? Yes. Coniferous trees like pine and deodar flourish in snowy regions like Kashmir. However, in deserts of Rajasthan, plants like cactus and acacia babul are to be found. The camel, a desert animal, is not found in Kashmir. What is the reason for these differences? In Kashmir and in Rajasthan, there are variety of plants and animals. In Kashmir, pine, trees like a pine and devdar are found, but in Rajasthan, plants like a cactus and acacia are to be found. What is the reason behind it? Adaptation. Adaptation means gradual changes occur in the body parts and also in the behavior of organism, which help them to adjust to their surroundings. Such changes are called adaptation. They take place over a long period of time. It means the changes which are occur in the body parts of a living things and also behavior of organism which help them to adjust the surroundings. Such changes are called adaptation. They take place over a long period of time, means they takes place slowly into the living organisms. Now let us start a new topic, adaptation in plants. Observe and complete the charge. Include other plants from your own region too. You can add other plants from your own region too. First is a plant, lotus. Their habitat is aquatic. Type of root is fibrous. Characteristic of leaves large and round with a waxy layer. Characteristic of stem is a hollow and flexible. Second one, plant is a cactus. Habitat is a terrestrial. Type of root is a taproot. Characteristic of leaves are small needle shape. Characteristic of stem is a fleshy green. Next is a banyan tree. Habitat is a terrestrial. Type of root is a taproot. Characteristics of leaves oval shape. Characteristic of stem thick and hard. Next, adaptation in aquatic plants. Visit various water bodies such as a river, brook, pond, lake in your surrounding. What differences do you observe between the terrestrial and aquatic plants? You have to visit water bodies around you such as a river, pond, lake in your surrounding, and whatever differences you observe between that terrestrial and aquatic plants you have to note down. On next page, some of the aquatic plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. Some of the aquatic means plants under the water, are firmly means little but rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. Water bodies, whatever is like a river, pond, etc. Their stems are submerged. Submerged means under the water, while leaves and flowers float on the surfaces. For example, lotus. Lotus has their stems are submerged, are into the water, while leaves and flowers of the lotus are floated on the surface. However, some plants are entirely afloat. Their roots are not anchored in the soil. The surface of the leaves and stem of many aquatic plants are covered with waxy layer. Leaves of some aquatic plants are thin and slender like a ribbon. This shape helps them to withstand fast currents of water. Air spaces in stems and petioles of aquatic plants are useful for floating in water. The surfaces of leaves and stem of many aquatic plants, whatever the surfaces of leaves and stems, are covered with a waxy layers. Some aquatic plants are thin and slender like a ribbon. These shape, whatever the shape, slender like and thin, that helps them to withstand fast current of water. Okay. Now next, use your brain power. Why does water trickle off lotus leaves? Leaves are covered with wax. That's why water trickle off lotus leaves. Why don't the leaves of these plants rot in the water? Water doesn't accumulate to waxy layer. That's why the leaves of the plants don't rot in water. Why are the roots short and fibrous? Because it's aquatic plant. Okay. Now next is the adaptation in desert plants. First we have seen about adaptation in aquatic plants. Now we are moving towards the desert plants. Take a two potted plants, one a cactus and the other a leafy plant. You have to take two potted plants, one is a cactus and other is a leafy plant. Tie plastic bags loosely around the leaves of these plants and keep them in sunlight. You have to keep them into the sunlight from early in the morning. From early in the morning. In the afternoon, bring these ponds into the classroom and observe them. You have to observe them. Has the same quantity of water collected in the both bags? No. The answer is no. Desert plants are either leafless. The desert plants like a cactus are leafless, or their leaves are like small needle, or have been modified into thorns. As a result, they lose very little water by evaporation. Desert plants lose very little water by evaporation. Their stems stores water and food and is therefore fleshy. The stem stores water. The desert plants, in desert plants, stem stores water and food and therefore they are fleshy. The stems are green as they perform photosynthesis in absence of leaves. Their roots penetrate deep into the soil and some roots spread away into the soil in search of water. There is a thick layer of a waxy substance on the stem of these plants too. What is about the desert plants? Desert plants are leafless and their leaves are like a small needle or like a thorns. What they do? They lose very little water by evaporation. The stem in desert plants stores water and food, therefore they are fleshy. Stems are green as they perform photosynthesis. In the desert plants, stems are perform photosynthesis in absence of leaves. Their roots penetrate deep into the soil and some roots spread away into the soil in search of water. Now next is a adaptation in plants of snowy region. Can you tell in what way are the sloping branches useful to plants in a snowy region? How the sloping branches useful to plants in a snowy region? Plants of a snowy regions mainly included coniferous like deodar and pine. These trees are conical in shape due to their sloping branches. In the heavy snowfall and extreme cold in this region, their conical shape prevents snow from accumulating on the tree, and the thick bark helps to tree to withstand the cold. In a snowy region, plants like a deodar and pine, they have a sloping branches. Why it is the sloping branches? In the heavy snowfall and extreme cold, these branches help them to stand and prevents the snow from accumulating the tree. Okay. Next one is a adaptation in plants of a forest region. A variety of plants, trees, shrubs, herbs are found in forest. In a forest, there are various types of plants are found like trees, shrubs, herbs. These plants compete amongst themselves for sunlight. Hence, trees grow tall to get sunlight, and climbers and vines grow to a great height with the support of the tree. Spring like a tendrils on the stem of some climbers is an example of adaptation. Adaptation we have explained. Adaptation means gradual changes which occur in the plants to adjust themselves into the respective conditions. This is the example of adaptation. Adaptation in plants of forest region. What happen? These plants compete amongst themselves for sunlight. Hence trees grow tall. To get sunlight, these trees grow tall. Okay. Adaptation in grassland plants. Diverse type of bushes and grasses are found in the grassland. Fibrous roots of the grasses prevent soil erosion. Forests in the equatorial region are dense. Diverse type of bushes and grasses are found in the grassland. Grassland में different types of bushes and grasses are found. Fibrous roots of the grasses prevent soil erosion. Whatever the fibrous roots of the grasses which help to stop the erosion of the soil. Forests in the equatorial region are dense. Animals like a tiger, elephant, and deer can remain hidden in the grasses. However, grasses in the cold region are very short. Animals like the rabbit are found in such grasses. Vast meadows are found in hilly areas as well as plains.